808 Impz Talk Time, Volume 3.
Us, 808 Impzです. Hey, what's up? Konnichiwa. So, in this video, Talk Time number 3. First off, let's take a look at some cool stuff that I saw around Japan. Some cool stuff. So, let's check it out.
Okay, so in Akiba, this Godzilla was on display because there's a pop-up store in the station. So that was pretty cool. It was a nice surprise. Godzilla. And then, did you know that there's a Lego Voltron? I didn't even know until the other day, but that's pretty cool that there's a Voltron Lego. Pretty awesome. Then, okay, this Gasha Fortress 04 is pretty cool. I thought some cute One Piece characters. 500 yen, 500 yen. And Samurai Spirits Online is getting a lot of hype these days. One of the games I really want to check out. And when I was playing KOF All Star, I saw this, and like these characters are pretty cool. Like it's Chang on the left, Yashiro in the middle, and Billy Kane on the right. But it's a female version. Pretty awesome.
So, just a heads up. This month is August. So in August, there's there's some big events in August. Like for example, during Obon, which is next week, there's Comic-Con, and Comic-Con is 3 days. Still considering whether to go to Comic-Con, but because one it's a little far. Well, not far, but you gotta go to Odaiba. And I go to Odaiba for Anime Japan and for All Japan Hobby Show. So I go to Odaiba sometimes, but Comic-Con, it's also at a big site in Odaiba, but it's so crowded. One, it's crowded. 2, it's hot, and 3, basically, there's not much. Well, it's more of a shopping thing. Comic-Con is more. It's basically it's called Comic Market. So basically, the draw at Comic Market is shopping basically. So you want to buy doujinshi, or you want to buy some certain artist's work or something. So for that kind of stuff, Comic Market is great. The other draw at Comic Market is also cosplay. So if you want to see some great cosplayers, well, Comic Market is a good place to go. The venue is huge, that's why. So, and they got like usually 3 or 4 cosplay areas happening at the same time. The problem is sometimes it's super crowded. Like there's some cosplay areas like you can't even get in. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And then it's hot in summer. But so still considering whether to go or not. But I haven't gone to a Comic-Con in a while, like a couple years already. So, but and one more point. The reason why I think Comic-Con is so crowded, for one thing, it's a free event. It's for 3 days. 3 days, it's free. There's no entrance charge. There's nothing. You just gotta go there, and it's free. So, unbelievable amount of people. Like, I think it's the most crowded event. For that kind of event, it's super crowded. I know after a baseball game or a sporting event, people going home, heading for the doors, that's crowded. But that's Comic-Con all day. Not just time to go home, not just at the beginning or whatever. Comic-Con is always crowded. So that's the feeling of going to Comic-Con. It's a battle. To get around. Comic-Con is pretty amazing. Well, if not, at the end of August, there's C3AFA Tokyo. C3AFA Tokyo is I think on the 24th and 25th, but that's a very good event. Definitely, I don't want to miss C3AFA. Yeah, and that one's at Makuhari Messe. So yeah, it's definitely going to you can't see the future, but I plan to go to C3AFA because generally I enjoy it, and there's some cool stuff to see. So C3AFA on the 24th and 25th, but I'll just go one day probably. But Then on the following weekend, on the 31st and September 1st, there's a Hatsune Magical Mirai. Last year I went to Magical Mirai. It was pretty good. Crowded though, but that one's also at Makuhari Messe. Yeah, so I plan to go to a Magical Mirai, Magical Mirai, if possible. So maybe Comic-Con, probably. Well, I say Comic-Con is I don't know, maybe. And but C3AFA, I definitely don't want to miss. And Magical Mirai, I would say very high possibility that I'm going to Magical Mirai. But yeah, so that's this month's outlook. So question time. So question is like, why did I start this channel? And yeah, it's a good question. I mean, and the reason why is well, there's many reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is, you know, I mean, a lot of times life sucks, and life is, you know, ups and downs and stuff like that. You know, sometimes it can be pretty rough sometimes. But you know, what I realize is when in my life, you know, a lot of times, you know, when I look back and say, wow, you know, well, a lot of times I have been happy. It's, I mean, I've been happy many times, but yeah, I mean, anime has been, and you know, manga and stuff has always been a part of my life, and yeah, I mean, yeah, it helped me out through some tough times, I think. But yeah, anyway, so basically, life sucks sometimes, and but you know, when I go to these events, people are generally happy. You know, I go to Akiba, I look at the people there, they're generally happy. You know, so I mean, must be something about this anime culture and stuff. You know, makes people not I mean, not everybody, but makes some people happy. You know, I mean, makes me happy. So I figured, you know, I mean, life is rough as it is, you know, so like I try to, you know, make this channel and try to make, if I could make some of your lives more happy. I mean, I you know, just even for a little bit, you know, yeah, I think it's worth it. I think, you know, because I mean, making this stuff makes me happy. Seeing this stuff makes me happy. So, you know, sharing some of that with you guys hopefully makes you happy. It's a win-win, I think, you know. And yeah, I mean, life can be rough sometimes, but it's yeah, well, you cannot focus only on that. Like, focus on the positive. Try to make this world better. But I mean, you know, my world, my channel is not that, you know, amazing or anything, but if I can just, you know, make the world a little better through my channel, I think it's worth it. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe, and see you again soon. どうもありがとうございます。また会いましょう。じゃあね。